Namaste and welcome to Janal Dulakya Yoga. In this video, we are going to do Sukshma Vyayama, also known as micro movements, also known as joint rotations. While most of us think that this is so simple and boring and we take it for granted, but I can't emphasize the importance of it because our joints are the first place which starts to get deteriorate as we grow older. So taking care of them is super important. Now you can use this practice as a warm up before your asana practice or before any kind of movement that you're doing, be it running, walking, gymming. This is going to be super beneficial. So let's get started. So first and foremost, meet me in upright position on your mat. We're going to begin this journey of the joint movement from bottom all the way to the top. So come into a standing position with your feet hip width apart or any distance that feels good to you. Hands on your waist, we are going to start by moving our toes. Now lift your right leg up. Now at this point, if you feel that you are slightly off balance, feel free to put a chair next to you for support or go closer to the wall and take support of a wall as well. Yeah, so don't feel shy from taking any support. Like I have some object behind me like this, I can also hold on to anything that's in your accessibility. I'm going to right now just place hands on my waist, lift the right leg up. We're going to focus on our toes. So we're going to squeeze the toes and spread the toes. Imagine you're trying to grab something with your toes and then spreading them. So let's do that a few times. Do not involve your ankle here, only move the toes. Squeeze and spread. Squeeze and spread. Few more times. Squeeze, spread. Nice and easy. Keep breathing. And one last. Nice. Now we involve the ankle and move the ankle front and back. So you're pointing and flexing. Point your toe and flex your foot. Point, flex. Point, flex. One last. Point and flex. Now move to rotations. So go clockwise with the rotation of your ankles. A few rounds here. And it's okay to feel a little wobbly here and there. And go anti-clockwise. Remember to keep breathing. Remember to be very mindful that you're involving only your ankle, not your knee or your hip. And slowly relax. Now we finish the same joint on the other leg and then keep moving upwards. So hands on your waist, or if you're holding on to anything, extend your left leg out. Now we first start with the toes. So squeeze and open. Squeeze and open. Squeeze and open. 3, 4, and 5. Now we point the toes, flex the foot. Point and flex, working with the ankle. Point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. Maybe one more. And now let's go in the rotation. Clockwise, feeling all the work happening in your ankle. And change, anti-clockwise. Keep breathing and gently relax. Notice how the ankle feels. Our feet take so much of the load of our entire body. So working daily on your ankle joints is super important. Now let's move up from the ankle. We move towards our knees. So focus on the knees. Again, keep your feet hip width apart. Place both your palms on your knees. Bend your knees a little bit and start to bring them together and then open them out in a circle. So I'm making nice rotations, just moving my knees close to each other and away from each other. Simple and easy. 3, 4, ground firmly with your feet, and 5. We change the direction. 5, 4, 3, breathe, and 1. Come up to standing. We'll do one more thing for the knees, okay? So again, this is again a balancing thing, so feel free to take some support if you need to. Lift your right leg up Now see what I've done? I've lifted my knee till my hip level, my leg is bent, and then I keep the thigh intact and move the knee straight and back, straight and back. Remember, our knee is like a hinge joint, the door joint, the hinge joint that we have on the door. It's very similar. So I'm just moving and bringing in close. Three, four, as much straight as you can get. Five, let's do three more. Six, seven, and eight. Nice. Relax. And let's do that on the opposite side. So lift your leg up, bring your knee and your hip in one line, and then slowly let's get started. One, two. Let all the work happen in your knee joint. Three, four, five, three more, six. It's sometimes okay to hear some crackling sounds in your joints as long as it doesn't pain. Yeah. Sometimes the joints will create a sound, and that's happening to me also right now, and that's okay as long as it is not paining. Relax your leg down. Now, from the knee, we go a little bit up towards the hip joint. Hip joint is one of the largest joint in our bodies. So let's give it some work. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Place both your hands on your hips and start to move them in circles. This is a fun movement, almost like as if you're dancing. So just move your hip clockwise. Feel free to make nice big circles. And remember to breathe. And go anti-clockwise. And come back to center. We're going to do one more thing for the hip. For this, I'm going to turn sideways. So I'll turn sideways like this. You're going to stand facing the length of your mat and take your right leg back. Keep your body upright and kick the leg up. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to do this. Okay, so don't bend your body, keep your body upright. So, chest open, hands on your waist, and let's go. One, two, three. Try to keep the leg that you're kicking as straight as possible. Four, five, three more. Six, seven, and eight. Nice, let's change. Take the left leg back and let's get started. One, two, three. Remember, do not crunch your body down and feel free to take support whenever needed. Four, five, six, seven, and eight. Now, after the hip, we work on our spine. Yes, there are so many joints in our spine and we need to move it in all possible directions. So let's start with an upward stretch. Interlace your fingers, ground with your feet firmly, and inhale, give a nice upward stretch to your spine, creating a lot of space in your vertebral columns. Keep lifting up as if somebody is really pulling you or you're hanging from a pull bar. Keep lifting, creating more space. Keep breathing. Our spine can move in many directions, and we're going to explore a few of them today. Now, from here, let's go into a lateral stretch. So, you release your right hand down, lift your left hand up, and give it a stretch to the side. So, you're creating a nice space in the side body. Let's stay here for a few moments. And inhale, come back up and switch. Take the other hand down, the other hand up, and laterally stretch. Now remember, when you're doing this, you keep your chest facing the front. So you do not collapse like this. It's not a forward bend, it's a side body bend. So you keep stretching laterally and come back up. We do this two more times. So towards the right and towards the left. One last. Stretch towards the right. Keep the chest facing the front and towards the left. Nice. Come back to center. Both your hands down. So we did upward stretch, then we did the lateral stretch, and now we'll move the spine into a twist. So for that, slightly keep your feet a bit more apart. Get your hands on your chest and inhale here and exhale, twist towards the back. Come back to center and exhale, twist. Now, when you're doing this, you do not want to lift your feet, you do not want to involve your knees, you want to involve upper body, your spine. So be mindful of that. Let's do a few more rounds. Exhale, exhale, inhale back, exhale, twist, inhale back, exhale, twist, inhale back, exhale, few more rounds. One last. And slowly come back to center. There are two more things that I would like you to do is a back bend and a forward bend. So I'm going to show this from the side. Place both your hands behind your back, okay? Fingertips pointing down. So I bend my knees, lift my chest up, go into a back bend, and exhale, forward bend. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. One more, two more. Inhale back, exhale forward. As much as you can go to your capacity, one last. And exhale forward. Inhale, come back up, come back to the center. That felt so good on the spine. I hope you felt it as well. Let's keep going more upwards. We have to go towards the shoulder. We are reaching the areas where we hold a lot of tension, the shoulders and the neck. So neck we will address in a bit, but let's start with the shoulders. So simple, let's start with shoulder rotations clockwise. Keep your hands very loose as you move them clockwise. Few rounds. And then change the direction anti-clockwise. Remember to be firmly grounded with your feet. You could also now do all of this sitting on a chair if you need to. If you're tired of standing, feel free to just sit on a chair and continue moving the shoulders. Keep breathing and gently relax. Now get your fingertips on your shoulders, join your elbows together and make clockwise circles. So one, with each round you want to touch your elbows. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Anti-clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. From here, open your elbows, close. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Keep your fingertips on your shoulders and we move to the elbow joint. So you're going to extend your hand forward and back. Remember to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders, so do not drop them down. Keep them in line. Let's do a few more rounds. Open and close. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one last, 8. Extend your hands. We move from the elbow to the wrist joint. So make a fist and rotate your wrist clockwise. So simple, right? But all of this is so effective and so beneficial that this needs to be done every single day. And go anti-clockwise. And once you get a hang of it, all of this will not take more than 10 minutes. So it's just about being mindful of doing this as a daily routine. All right, that is enough for the wrist. Now we move to the joints in the fingers. So like how we move the toes of our feet, we also need to move the joints of the fingers in our hand. So extend and close, open and close, open, close, open, close. Now try to do this little rapidly, faster. Few more rounds. Keep doing, keep breathing. Remember to open fully and close fully. And slowly relax. Now let's work on our neck joint, an area where we hold a lot of tension because of the way we sit, the way we work, and maybe the way we use our cell phones. So let's move the neck in a couple of directions, like how we move the spine, because the neck is an extension of the spine. So hands by your side and stand upright, or you could be doing this even seated. Turn your neck slowly to the right side and turn it to the left. Remember to not move your torso when you're doing this. Keep the torso in the center. We do a few more rounds, right and left, right and left. Come back to center. Now we drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Remember, you're not lifting the shoulder up. It's not shoulder to the ear. It is ear to the shoulder. Come back to center. Left ear to the left shoulder. Right ear to the right shoulder. Center. Change. And one last round. Be very mindful of not moving any other part but just your neck. And come back to center. Now bring your nose to your right shoulder and then look up, make a semicircle, bring your nose all the way to the left shoulder. Let's repeat this, let's reverse this. Take it back to the right and do it a few more times. Take it to the left and to the right. One last. Left and back to the right. Now from here, keep the nose to the right shoulder and look down, make a U shape and take it to the left. So we are finishing the other part of the circle. Take it back to the right. Let's do two more rounds. Left and right. One last. Left and right. Come back to center. One more movement is left. So lift your chin up all the way up. Keep your mouth closed. And bring your chin to the chest. Again, remember not to round your back. Keep the torso upright. Only move the neck. Let's do two more rounds. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One last. Up and down. And slowly come back to center. Well done. This was Sukshma Vyayama, and now you're ready to do whatever movement you want to do. Yoga asana practice, running, walking, gymming. You'll be so much more prepared for it, and this will also prevent from many injuries. Hope you enjoyed the practice, and if you liked this, then please do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you so much.